best son. Just the fucking screech. Meow.
Heyo!
Oh, that was some ninja shit right there. Not gonna lie. So, what are we doing on this podcast while I set up my microphone?
We're sitting on the roof.
We are.
We're up on the rooftop deck. The sky is beautiful. Actually, literally fucking gorgeous.
Probably the most beautiful that we ever had it, to be honest. Oh my god, there's so much more room on your side, but at this point it doesn't matter. There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah, I just set up the camera weird. Alright, this podcast we're going to be doing Mac Miller versus Dolly Parton episode.
They're gonna fight.
Okay.
So why are we talking about Mac Miller and Dolly Parton? Why are you talking about Mac Miller?
Well, Mac Miller is my favorite artist of all time, and the reason why he's my favorite Mac Miller like artist of all time is because I said this on the Tunes for Two episode, but I think like it's kind of dumb when people like get like obsessed with artists like after they're dead, because it's like the only reason why most people hear about an artist is after they're dead and it's all over the news. Mm-hmm. So it's like, are you really a fan and stuff? But like I got into Mac Miller like after he died, like a month or so after like he died. So I never heard one of his songs. Maybe like Dang, which is one of his most popular songs with Anderson. Yeah. It was such a good song. Maybe I heard that like down the line when I was younger, but like previously I haven't heard a song. And like I didn't feed into the initial hype of of like when he died, like when everyone was like flooding his like page and stuff, because he was all over the news. It was kind of a month later. I mean, that's like kind of excuse that I use, which kind of softens the whole like, oh my god, you already into him, like, because he died and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I started listening to him, and Swimmings was the first album that I was listening to, and I was listening to him on like repeat. Like that was the album like every single, like on the way to school, after like after seeing friends and stuff on the car, like I would just be always listening to him in the shower and stuff. And I must have listened to that album like five or six times in the first like couple weeks that I started listening to him. That's like how much I was listening to that album. And then I fell in love and I started listening to other albums and stuff. And throughout high school and stuff, that was like my toughest years dealing with like mental health. And that's like when like my decline in mental health, at least in that stage, started to decline, and he kind of helped me get through like those times.
That's so sweet.
So that's why I like formed such a connection with him, and that's why I want to get like his like cartoon face tattooed on my body, even though he's dead, and there may be something comes out about him like 5 years from now and stuff. But like he just helped me from like a mental issue standpoint so much that like I see him much more as just an artist, and there's like very few things that would diminish that for me, you know?
Yeah.
Like of course if he like murdered someone or like fucking like along those lines, then like of course then I'm not going to respect him as much as I do, obviously.
Was there one specific song that you heard and that was like your moment? You were like, I love this person?
It was 2009. If you ever heard that song. Have you heard that song? Or?
I haven't heard that.
Okay, I'll play it after the podcast because fucking copyright. We'll get copyrighted. Fuck you.
Wait, that'll be the thumbnail. Yeah, I'm a film major.
Dad, I can put up the middle finger. But yeah, 2009 was like when I heard that for the first time. I'm like, wow, it was just like I fell in love. Now, why are we talking about Dolly Parton?
Because Dolly Parton is like one of my favorite vocalists. She's been like one of my favorite vocalists for a very long time. And I feel like everybody has heard her music, but she makes me so sad. She like just makes my heart really happy, because I think, especially as a woman in an arts field, it's very hard for you to exist without being overtly sexualized. Mm-hmm. And someone who has an iconic body like that, that's like kind of one of the things that she's known for. Mm-hmm. Like but being able to like turn that on its head and use it as a form of like self-agency and be like, I know what people want, but the same people making fun of me are the same ones paying my bills. Like that is just like really powerful, I think. I love her because I think if she's nothing else, she's an extremely genuine person. Like, I think with what you see is what you get with her. And watching her interviewed is really freaking cute because she's like one of the funniest people. I don't know. I just like from a young age, I would like really gravitated towards her. I was like, she's really cool. She like provided a pretty decent role model, I would say. She makes banging music.
Banging.
Her songs, all of them are bangers.
All 5 of them.
I don't think that woman has written a bad song. And she stays getting paid. She stays making albums. She lets out something almost every year. And I'm like,
how old is she? She has to be like 60 plus. 70.
You would not be able to tell.
Yeah. That's crazy. What's your favorite song?
Here You Come Again. She's 75.
75? How the fuck? Wait, let me see her. Can I see her like most recent photo?
Yeah.
I'll put up the photo that Licia opens up, so we stay technologically savvy during this podcast. We know what's up. That's
pretty.
Oh my god.
Right?
Yeah, that's crazy. You don't.
She's a baddie.
Her plastic surgery is a little.
Shorty, a little baddie. Yeah, I think that's something so cool though.
Yeah.
Because like you see in media how oftentimes women are like so heavily critiqued for the things that they do to their body, but frankly, it's their body.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let them do what they want because that's not my business.
Yeah.
Right?
That is true, yeah.
And if you're doing something to your body that makes you feel so much more comfortable in your own skin, and with the pressures that society puts on women, who won't fall victim to that from time to time, right?
Yeah. Period. has she spoken out about that?
Yeah, and she like totally makes a joke out of it. She's very aware of what she's doing.
Yeah.
And she just makes oh god, she's just so cool. She's so cool, and it's so annoying because she is completely aware of everything that everybody says about her, but I don't think she really cares.
Yeah.
Like, and she like totally turns the other cheek, and she's very like socially savvy. She spoke out a lot during BLM. She's donated to the Moderna vaccine. Like, she's very like
tech savvy, like socially on the right side of things, because I think especially in that genre of music, I hate country music. I'm the first to say it. I do not like country music, but what have any of those other artists really done that's as momentous as that? Because I think in that community it's very difficult to speak about more progressive issues. Yeah, and I feel like what makes her country music so good, I guess, because like I think that there's a lot of consensus that country music sucks as a whole, but I think one of the main issues why country music sucks so much is because everyone bashes on it, because they talk about like 3 main things, like girl,
beer, bitches,
big ass trucks.
I feel like you and I could write a country song in 10 minutes.
Yes.
But
No,
Dolly
dude,
Parton.
5 minutes. All right.
But
Come on,
Dolly
give
Parton
us. Yeah.
writes from the female perspective, like Jolene. The really interesting thing about Jolene, I feel, with like a lot of breakup songs or like heartbroken songs, is that oftentimes they blame the other woman.
Yeah.
But in Jolene, she's like pleading with her, like, and she's not saying anything overtly rude about her. In fact, she's talking pretty nice about her. She's like, "You're beautiful. This is what you look like. Just, I know that you could have anybody you want. Just don't take mine." Like, I think that's like so cool. And that is one of the most iconic songs of all time.
Yeah.
Jolene.
Yeah.
Jolene and 9 to 5.
Yes. I think that's why everyone loves Dolly Parton too, because like what I was saying before, like I think country music has like its potential, like other, because like if you, I feel like the people who don't go over like the stereotypical like twine of country music and kind of develop their own path like Dolly Parton did, kind of like Johnny Cash, Nathaniel Rateliff even. Yes.
Love Nathaniel Rateliff.
We should do an episode.
Went to the same concert and we didn't know.
100% we saw each other. 100%. You probably looked up and he's like, "Who the fuck is that kid?"
I think we're gonna be friends later.
Reason why people love those like artists is because like they don't do the stereotypical twine and they don't fucking talk about bitches, big ass trucks, and beer.
I like that we've developed
yes.
that.
All right, you can keep talking. I was going to move your mic a little bit closer.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's very few artists that I am like obsessed with. I would say there's a big 4. I would say there's 4 artists that I'm obsessed with. Dolly Parton would come in at number 1. Mm-hmm. Arctic Monkeys would be number 2. Mm-hmm. Lucy. Oh, sorry. Bonk. Lucy Dacus, who I just saw in concert and it changed my life forever. And Lake Street Dive. I would say those are the artists that have shaped me a lot. And I think I grew up doing a lot of music. Like, I kind of expected that was what I was going to be doing with my life. Yeah. Like, especially, like, musical theater side of it, all that stuff. I think music is one of those things that if you say who you were obsessed with as a kid, that says a lot about who you are as a person. Yeah. And I think finding music that speaks to you and continues to do so throughout, like, your life. I'm just going to put my little foot on it. There we go. Is that okay?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I'm just going to put my little foot on it. That's what I just said. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I think that's really important, and I think having that kind of, like, big, powerful personality female growing up made me feel a lot more comfortable in my own skin. Yeah? Yeah. What do you think?
I think I agree with everything you said, because it's
cool.
It goes along the lines of kind of. Sorry, I had there we go. God, I feel like it's every time when we get serious, it's always just a burp.
You're just fucking burping it up, dude. Sorry.
I was like, oh my god, it's gonna fall again. I was worried that it was going to fall.
I have my foot on it.
Yeah, what I was saying before, it was kind of going back to the topic or like conversation we kind of been having when we talk about how our childhood and the events and things that we grew up with really shape like who we're going to be in the future, and the musical taste is a huge part of that too. Like, forget just like how big of a role your parents have on your how you're going to grow up and develop as a person, but like music is also a huge thing that develops who you are going to be as a person too, and like how you're going to grow up in this world. Like the stereotypical, like, oh my god, if you listen to like heavy metal, you're going to be emo, and then if you like listen to country.
I got into Dolly Parton maybe like middle school, and then I was obsessed. Like, it was one of my hyperfixations. I was like, this is all I can talk about. Yeah. Because she's so cool. Speaking of doing music as a kid, she used to do a lot of stuff with oh god, here, I'm gonna pull it all up because I have receipts.
You have receipts?
Yeah.
Hey, now.
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers?
You know Kenny Rogers?
I do not know who Kenny Rogers is.
She used to do a lot of music with Kenny Rogers, and I had an opportunity as a child to sing with him.
And you didn't? Why not?
There was a snowstorm!
No!
And I couldn't sing Christmas songs with Kenny Rogers! I could have become friends with him as a 6-year-old child. And then thus found my way to Dolly, but I can't.
No.
No, but it was like... There's just like a lot of weird coincidences in my childhood that I'm like, oh, that was weird. Yeah. Like, my mom, I was like a little like performer, baby. Yeah. So my mom would just have me audition for stuff when I was super little. Yeah. And like send in pictures of me. And that was like one of the opportunities I almost got. And I was like,
damn.
Me and Dolly could have been like this. Do you know the song Islands in the Stream?
No. If I heard it.
She sings
If I
in the stream.
Oh my god, yeah. Yes.
Bangers.
I'm so bad with song titles. Like, if you just start singing it, then I will instantly know.
What's happening?
I don't know. Here.
I'm just gonna keep my foot on it.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'll fix it during the 30-minute thing.
We should do you should have little cut screens in this of us just playing the music and absolutely losing it. Can you do that? Can you make that happen?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Can you make that happen?
Yeah. I'll make it happen.
I've been talking for about 15 minutes straight, so I'm gonna let you talk.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, this is also my podcast.
Like,
what?
No. It's the Licia show.
Kid with divorced parents.
Kids.
No, it's kid.
Kids with divorced
No,
parents.
you're just kid. Kid with divorced parents. Kids with divorced parent.
Oh my god. Well, tell me some stuff about Mac Miller. I know a little bit about. I interrupted you.
You have this entire point of this entire podcast. You fucking
You're like, no.
I'm talking here.
I'm doing it for women. Sorry, women. I know a little bit
about Mac Miller.
I know a little bit about Mac Miller. I knew that he was dating Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
I know a few of his songs. I like Cinderella a lot. I think that's a banger.
Yes. Top 10 for me.
That's honestly top 10.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one. And my go-to like song to sing in the car in like 6th or 7th grade was The Way. Where it was Ariana Grande. And
yes.
I love that song. I'd be like, make you
Yes.
feel so fine. Make you feel so fine. I thought I was killing it. I was like,
little 6-year-old Lisa.
Go ahead, you can talk. That's all I know about Mac Miller.
Okay, so like I did a Tunes for 2 episode on this.
Love.
And we talked. I want to leave a link in this description, but the reason why I bring up like that episode, fucking interrupt me.
I'm like quietly whispering. Link in bio.
I want to give you sarcastic death stares every time you interrupt me, and then going to slowly turn into actual death stares. and then this is where we end the podcast. Okay,
I'll let you talk.
Side note, if we actually like fight,
you better film it.
yes. But
I'm
like
beating your ass.
yes, but can we fight in the same manner as H3 and Trisha?
Yeah, I'll throw fucking water in your face. I don't care.
And you fucking storm off the
like,
podcast. You know, it'd be so funny if we like stage a fight for one of the podcasts, and then you storm off, and then like 2 seconds later you just come laughing at it. Like, what the fuck was that?
What we did last week.
Yes.
Off camera. Like, you know what?
Yes.
I've had enough.
Fucking sending up the TikTok or fucking yelling at each other.
Oh my
Not
God.
actually.
Yeah, we have a TikTok now.
Yes.
Plug the TikTok.
Yes, we have TikTok. So go on TikTok, and you know where to find us. TikTok _123.
No, our TikTok
It's
username.
K_D_P_. There's a W in there somewhere, I think. Oh, for
it's K_W_D_pod.
As I was always correct, there is in fact a W.
No.
Yeah, I was correct.
You were correct, but no.
I was correct about one part.
Aw. Okay, talk about Mac Miller. I'll let you talk now. I'll shut up.
So the reason why I bring up the Tunes for 2 podcast is
and another.
Okay, dude, we haven't gotten anywhere in this podcast in the last 4 minutes.
I talked a lot, and then I was told I was talking too much. So
I wasn't gonna say anything if you wanted to bring it up. I was like, cool. You
yeah,
just
but you were thinking about
I was not thinking about it. I'm like, oh my God, you just went 10 minutes about Dolly Parton. How cool. And then you were like, I'm talking too much. And then you
I just really love her.
Yeah. Well, it's my turn to talk about Mac. If you
Go
say
ahead.
Dolly when I'm speaking in the next 3 minutes, and I mean in the next 20 minutes as I talk about Mac Miller, I'm over. It's over. Like. Okay, seriously. So the reason why I bring up Mac Miller so much or the Tunes for 2 podcast about Mac Miller is because that was like the longest podcast that they had at 1 hour and 9 minutes. So like, I feel like I already talked enough about at least the album, Swimming, and then like the backstory of why I like him, why I want to get tattoos of him, the whole like Ariana Grande, Pete Davidson, and Mac Miller situation where like Ariana Grande like broke up with him for Pete Davidson. I can get into more of that too because that's actually kind of interesting, but I kind of talked for most about it, so I kind of looked up.
I wasn't interrupting before, so that's a goddamn truck.
So I got.
Ew! Why did you do that?
Because I want to fucking make you mad as you make me. What if you have something to say?
I'll turn it.
Okay. Okay. But so I kind of looked up a few new things before like the podcast. So like I'm not repeating what I've already said in those podcasts. So the thing that I looked up or kind of saw like a mini documentary on is the how he died and stuff. And so he basically died due to having his like drugs laced during that night, and the next morning he basically was texting like the conversations with his dealer. They were texting back and forth, and basically during the conversation he was like, yo, can I get 3 grams of coke, like a few pills. I think it was like Molly or ecstasy. Are they the same thing? So it was those, and then he also ordered a prostitute as well for the night. So and then he ordered all that stuff, and then the dealer was like, yeah, that'll be like $3,000. They're coming over like in like an hour or so. They come over, and basically, like, I think one of the drugs that were given to him was laced, and he died from it. And basically he had the like prostitute. I guess prostitute is, I shouldn't be saying that. I guess sex worker, because is prostitute like offensive to say?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think sex worker is a more modern term.
Sex workers, yeah. Keep it. You can keep it.
Oh, so now I'm allowed
but
to
yeah,
talk.
you made that old rule again. One, you thought that you were talking too much. When I never thought that I'd do. You stopped your own self from talking. Like, I never said a word about that. But okay, I'm sorry for using prostitute. I mean sex worker.
That's
but
good.
he kept like the sex worker there for like a couple more hours too, and. Yeah, and then the next morning he woke up and he was just like there in a fetal position, like crunched over and stuff, and that's how he died. But they finally caught the guys who laced his drugs.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You think they did it on purpose?
I have no idea, but I don't know why they would do it on purpose unless if Mac Miller did something to warrant that, but I don't think they would go after such a highly warranted celebrity like that, because that would draw in a lot of attention and news media and stuff. So I'm thinking that Mac Miller had to do something to provoke that, and they probably laced it due to that reason, and or it was probably
to save money too, because isn't that how they make drugs like cheaper to produce?
Yeah.
By lacing them?
That too, and I think it's probably accidental and might just be part of like the drug business in general, and that's why you don't do strong drugs, kids. But I think it was probably.
That's really sad to think about what would have led up to that.
Yeah. Well, I think 50-50. More 50-50 of like Mac Miller could have done something, because he was like, if you're buying that much stuff, you're tied up like a lot in that, you know. And 50 also, it could be accidental. So I'm kind of torn if it was like Mac Miller did something or like it was just accidental.
Yeah.
And just part of like the drug business. And then so they caught them like I think month and a half ago, and their court like trial date I think is late October or in early November. So it's coming up already past. And I should probably look that up, but
they should go to jail.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That is really fucked.
And that's like a really fucked up way to die.
Yeah.
And
like,
be found like that.
Yeah.
Who found him? And wait, did the sex worker do anything? Like, did they find him, or?
Well,
found him?
Yeah, I'm not sure who found him actually. I should have looked, but when I was watching the video, they didn't say. But I think the sex worker left because she was there for like an hour or two, and so I think she left before the next morning. Because like it wasn't like an hourly rate thing, so she.
Okay, gotcha.
So she probably had her leave, because that would be like a hefty thing to stay overnight, I would assume.
You know what I don't have any time for?
What?
People blaming Ariana Grande for him dying.
Yeah, that's messed up.
I have zero time for that.
I never knew she got blamed for that.
She got crazy blamed for that.
That's
like,
insane.
People were saying like that's her fault, like she shouldn't have left him. But frankly, if you're in a relationship that you're not happy in, fucking leave.
Yeah.
Like frankly, and they weren't on bad terms as far as I'm aware.
They weren't?
No, I don't think so.
So the next little like tab then we can talk about Dolly Parton.
Okay.
But like the reason why they broke up was because Ariana Grande was trying to help Mac Miller with his addiction, and like she was actively having him like go into rehab and trying to help his addiction so that like he didn't pursue it anymore, and it just got too much for her. And so that's why they broke up, is because Mac Miller's addiction became too much for Ariana Grande to handle, and she couldn't deal with it anymore. Because, like, it wasn't just, like, it was just, like, a month. Like, she had to deal with it a month and stuff. It was, like, it was basically their entire relationship where it was drug filled the entire time. So that's the reason why she left, is to like, she didn't want to be with someone who was constantly like fucked up on like a shit ton of drugs and stuff. And she realized that the reason why he was addicted to drugs was due to his mental health, and it's not just because he was doing it for the hell of it and then it got into like an addiction. He started with these drugs due to like depression and anxiety and stuff, and he slipped into this like state of addiction where he couldn't escape it. And Ariana Grande saw that and tried to get help for it, but like she did all she could and she couldn't switch. Yeah. Like Mac Miller's mind on the state of that.
So if you blamed Ariana Grande, you're a piece of shit. Fuck you.
Yeah.
That's not her problem. It's nobody's problem necessarily, but like, mental health is a serious problem in the United States.
Yeah.
And everywhere else. And then it's not as taken care of in men, and I think that's something really important to recognize.
Yeah, and that was his entire swimming album, was talking about that and the reason why.
Was that the breakup album?
Yeah.
Pretty much?
I think so. I think it seeped into Circles a little bit as well. Okay. But that was like the breakup album. And I love Circles. Top 3. That's my top 3 albums. It goes, as of now, it's Watching... Fuck, I forget the album. It's the Red album where he's like eating at the dinner table and he's like shirtless. Yeah. I think it's like Watching Movies Alone, I think. That's my favorite album. Then it goes Swimming, then Circles. All time, it's probably Swimming, Kids, then probably Sitting Alone, Watching Movies. Alright, after you, what are your top 3 albums of Dolly Parton? And then I'm waiting to reset the camera.
I'll pull them up. So, like, the thing with Dolly Parton is she has so many goddamn albums that, like, you can just listen to the Greatest Hits album and have it.
Yeah. Wait, how many albums does she have?
Oh, the Here You Come Again album is incredible. The Jolene album is really good. These just say essential albums, and there's already 9. 9 to 5 and Odd Jobs. I like that one too. Dolly Parton. How many albums?
500. That's the one thing I do like about Mac Miller, is that he has a decent amount of albums, but it's not overloading, you know? What the dude, why? How?
She has one in Japanese.
She knows Japanese.
Oh, say forever you'll be mine. Ow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 29, 30, 31, 32.
Why aren't you just counting by threes?
35, 36, 37.
What?
49.
Damn, that's insane. I wonder who wrote the most albums.
She did. She writes all of her own songs.
Damn.
Okay, so the tea with... Here, we might want to start because I'm going to get into the past. We should do a dance clip.
Dance clip?
I'm going to show you an absolute banger, and then you can choose a song you want to dance to.
Well, we can't choose a song because it's all going to be copyrighted.
We'll just do it silently.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening with this. Is it because this is heavy?
Thanks.
It's so sad. Look into my eyes. This is a dance song. I almost hit my head on the mic. Come on, babe. Get the song started, Dolly. There you go.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, bangers.
All right.
So the thing
Past.
No.
Past. Jesus Christ.
Am I gonna be quieter in this podcast than you?
Yeah.
Like, look at my sound waves.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. Good job.
So, fuck off. Dolly Parton started on the Porter Wagner show, which was like a talent show.
Yeah.
And she was one of his like guest singers, but people liked her so much that she like stayed on and became like a recurring act.
Yeah.
So like here's where she's gonna sing most of like her iconic songs. Like Jolene was sung on this one. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just turning you up a little bit.
All good. But she was there, and she was not being recognized as Dolly Parton because she was under that label. So all of her songs had to be Dolly Parton and Porter Wagner.
Yeah. Sorry,
but she, I think, realized there, like, she's this dirt poor kid from like the mountains.
Yeah.
And she's been given this opportunity, but it's like she's not going to get like any recognition as like her own musician, which is fucked to think that that's how the records labels work. But she decided to break from that, but at first he didn't want to let her do that, and he wanted to keep singing her songs.
Yeah.
So she writes, "I Will Always Love You" to Porter Wagner. So it's not really like an actual romantic love song.
Yeah.
And she plays that for him in his office, and he's so moved by that he's like, you can go do your own thing.
Damn.
I mean, later they had problem with taxes where he kept trying to steal her money.
Yeah.
But she was like super nice about everything. She was like, you can keep the money, just stop.
Yeah.
And they were like, you have the power to like put this fucker in jail. And she's like, no.
Yeah. Damn. Well, do you think that's due to their relationship that she did that? Like, how close they were?
Yeah, I think they were like best friends for a while, and I think she owes a lot of her success to him.
Mm-hmm.
But I always think it's really interesting that "I Will Always Love You," one of the most iconic love songs of all time, was written about a very platonic relationship. And it honestly makes it even sadder because it shows you how much it hurt her to leave, but she knew that this was what she wanted to do with her life.
That's insane.
Yeah. She's been married to the same man for like 50 years.
That's absolutely insane, especially for like a pop star or like a rock star.
He
or
like
Sorry.
rock, country, pop, babe, she
yeah.
all. He wanted to stay out of the public eye, so there's only like a few pictures of him circulating on the internet because he's wanted to live a pretty private life.
Yeah.
But especially, I think that's also really interesting from such a sexualized star.
Yeah.
To see like that it's just been one partner all this time. It also makes all of her breakup songs really good because I don't think they're based on true events.
Yeah. Yeah. That's insane. And then like you see like famous actors and like in the music industry and stuff, and like actresses and actors like dating, getting divorced, dating like this next artist to make their like fame pop that much more, you know? It's like almost like a popularity contest, who's dating who.
I know that we said it would be fun to shoot outside, and I know that it was entirely my idea, but I'm cold. I'm still listening to what you're saying. I just have the hood on.
That's okay. You look like a funny little gnome.
You said a popularity contest?
Yeah.
Like, so... About the dichotomy between... There we go. No one mentioned. Yeah, there we go. Nice and comfy. Alright. It is like a popularity contest. Because I think stuff like that, people eat that shit up. People are like, oh, Angelina and Brad, Kim and Kanye. Honestly, shut the fuck up. I don't care who the fuck you're married to.
Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox is the new hot couple.
I think it's so funny because you smell like weed. I am weed.
Honestly,
fuck! No, I messed up the mic. Okay.
Some of their lines like are so fucking funny though. Like
I liked the SNL skit about them. Pete Davidson played Machine Gun Kelly, and I think
moon, sun, arising. Mercury.
She goes, "You're my Sag rising cocaine daddy." Like, literally chill, Megan Fox. Literally chill.
Wait, what the fuck did they say at when she was wearing that one like see-through costume or see-through dress?
No, they think they're emo.
No. What was it was the Megan Fox thing where she called her daddy or him daddy or some shit, and it was at like a red carpet
and
event.
I'm like, he's younger than you. He can't.
No, it was about wearing the see-through dress, and she was like, what should I wear? And he was, I forget what it was, but it was so fucking funny. Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I do, but I just hate it.
She was like, yeah, Daddy told me to put on this see-through.
And we're like, he's a child. How old are they?
I don't know, but Megan Fox has to be so much older than her or him.
Megan Fox is one of my celebrity crushes, but this is tested.
She's everyone's celebrity crush.
She's hot.
That's why she's everyone's celebrity crush. What time
Megan
is it?
Fox is 35.
Oh, I thought she was in her 40s, not going to lie. I bet he's 28. He's going to be 20.
He's 31.
Damn.
Okay, so it's actually not as big as I thought it was.
But still, that's weird.
I would like to change my answer to the prior question. I think Hello, I'm Dolly is a really good album. Here You Come Again, obviously, because it's my absolute favorite. And then the one with Backwoods Barbie, because I think Backwoods Barbie is a banger.
How do you think Dolly Parton kept her success throughout the years?
Because she's just a really nice, wonderful human being. And she writes damn good music.
Damn good?
Damn good. She came from a musical family, and I think that has a lot to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, some of that talent is just inherent. And I know that people can work really hard to be good at things, but I think she's just genuinely such a magnetic human being that, like, she had to be famous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. But, okay, to wrap up the thought of, like, the popularity contest, like, we fucking just...
You're talking about my favorite albums going...
What the fuck is going on with that, buddy?
I don't know. Your roof
You
is
keep
haunted.
touching it.
No, I didn't touch it
It's
that
all
time.
your fault. It's always the woman's fault.
Canceled.
I don't mean that. That was a joke. That was satirical. Please
it.
don't cancel
He
me.
beats
Please
me
don't
off
actually.
camera.
Don't say that. Don't say. People will automatically cancel me.
I'm gonna tell Valerie.
Valerie's watching. Like, does my son really beat up this girl?
Yes.
This nice, lovely girl. Does my son
I'm
actually
nice
do?
and lovely.
That's what my mom would say to you. Like, hi, my son's nice, loving friend. Thank you so much for being his friend. like you think I'm joking?
The other one.
You think I'm fucking joking? But that's gonna be word for word what she says.
I want to meet her so bad.
You're not allowed. You're gonna steal her from me.
I will. I'm gonna be like,
Valerie.
Hi, Valerie.
But
I would like to be your friend.
and also daughter.
This is gonna be a really, really attractive moment for me.
Yes.
Just in this fit.
Yeah, honestly, we couldn't get more sexy. Like, what the
Fit
fuck? Why aren't there people fucking dwelling off us right now? Why aren't there mobs of people wanting to date us right now?
Yeah, you know what? That's a great question.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm such an asshole. I'm just cold.
Dude, we've never fucking finished up that one topic that we were talking about with the popularity.
The popularity contest.
I want to finish it so fucking badly.
Go ahead. Say what you want to say. Say what you want to say.
Honestly, all I have to add to that is that's crazy how Dolly Parton didn't use success.
You smell like weed. I am weed. I think that's so funny.
That's the funniest shit anyone has ever said. Cause
I can't believe it's real.
Like, it's not like he was saying that to be a joke. He actually
meant it.
He generally meant that wholeheartedly. Like, I'm ready to come out and actually say this shit. I am weed.
Just like such a stupid thing to say.
Yeah.
But Machine Gun Kelly is hot, so he can say what he wants.
So can Megan Fox.
Yeah, she's also hot.
Yes. Iconic couple. Dynamic.
And then they're friends with Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker. Have you seen all the TikToks where it's Kourtney pretending to be emo in public and she goes, Trav, this is our store. And Trav, look at this. Trav, Spirit Halloween. I don't wear this stuff in real life, Trav. They're engaged.
What was the... Never mind.
What, the boyfriend before her?
No. Who... Do you see that one picture with fucking Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson?
What? What is happening?
Are they dating?
I don't know. There's like a rumor that they are.
Imagine like that wouldn't make sense at all. If they were actually dating, I would hate that.
Kind of funny.
I think they were just scared, and then that's their first instinct.
Do you think Pete Davidson's hot?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I'm glad we came to that conclusion.
I agree.
Do you have anything?
Do you think Kim Kardashian's hot?
No.
Same.
She's got too big of a booty. I feel like
this podcast sucks.
I think I'm allowed to say that because her butt is fake.
Okay, what I was saying before about plastic surgery and societal pressures, I think Kim Kardashian's fine looking. I think she is days where she's very pretty. But I have been unironically watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and it is a damn good show.
I've never watched a singular episode of it. The only 2 seconds I've ever watched of that show was when they were trying to find Kim Kardashian's ring in the fucking ocean.
There's people dying, Kim. I like the one where she goes, "Don't be fucking rude," and she hits her with her purse.
Yo, we got so fucking off track.
Yeah, we did.
Do you have anything else to say about Dolly Parton?
I could go on forever, frankly, but do you have anything else you'd like to talk about with Mac Miller?
I personally don't have anything to say about Mac Miller just because of
Tunes for Two.
Tunes for Two. I feel like I already said mostly what I said about it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to listen to more Mac Miller. My roommate is also obsessed with Mac Miller.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Pittsburgh.
Really? Can I have a conversation with her?
Yeah, of course you may.
Yeah. Can I talk to your friends? Can I be friends with your friends?
No! No, I'm just kidding. Yes. But I just think that he's one of those gone too soon people, because I think artistically he was extremely musically talented.
Yeah, I agree.
I think artists in that genre often get criticized for not being like musically talented and rather just speaking.
Yeah.
But like there's an art to that. It's like poetry. I think it's really beautiful, and I think all of his songs are bangers, frankly.
I agree. Like there's not a bad song with Mac Miller. Oh wait, I got a few things more to say about Mac Miller.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. So with so I crossed off something off my bucket list to go visit. I visited Blueside Park, and it was so much fun. It's kind of awkward because I went with like Janet's parents and her, because like we were visiting her brother, so I feel like I didn't really get to like fool around on it.
Guys, can I go on the slide?
Dude, I was like, I didn't want to go, and then like Janet was like, yeah, you should probably go. I'm like, okay, why not?
Yeah.
But that was really, really fun.
Hear me out. We should go on a trip to Pittsburgh and Dollywood.
Yes, yes, please.
I want to go to Dollywood so bad.
Wait, where is Dollywood?
Tennessee.
Ooh, Tennessee. Of course it would be in Tennessee.
It's outside Nashville. Actually, it's like in the mountains, but it's like an amusement park, but Dolly Parton themed.
Yes.
You know, Dolly Parton also has a line of restaurants.
Really?
Yeah, there's one in Myrtle Beach, and it's a pirate-themed restaurant, and it's a dinner and a show, and they jump in the water, and they like sing songs about being pirates.
You know, that doesn't surprise me. I can see Dolly Parton do that. I'd be so fucking good with food, too. I could just see.
Oh, my God. The food was so good. Well, I don't know. I was in, like, 8th grade. I remember it being really good.
But, like, my experience with Blueside Park, it was just, like, amazing. It was an amazing experience. I slid down the slide. I swung on the swing set. I saw someone wrote Mac Miller on the bench. So that was a cool experience. And then also, like, I guess since the last podcast I talked about Mac Miller, I like listened to more of his music, and it was interesting because he has like 3 different phases. It's his like punk teenage phase where he's in high school. He's just like talking about school and graduating and stuff, and that's like kids. And Blueside Park and some of his early things. It goes by 3. He has 9 total albums, I think. 3 phases. It's his like 3 albums where he's like that punk high school kid. And his next 3 albums, which is kind of sad, but it's dealing with his addiction, and that's where he like gets into hard drugs. And he doesn't talk about it, but that's when he gets into his like hard rap where he talks about like hard drugs and stuff and experiences and more vulgar with his language. And then he got his last 3 Divine Feminine
I sound like a goddamn Alvin and the Chipmunk.
You got that album. You got Circles, and then you got Swimming.
I'm such an asshole. I'm so mean. I'm sorry for being mean.
Charlie, I'm really like expressing my soul and my emotions right now, Alicia. And
you
you're
just
not.
quietly went to the mic.
That's my favorite voice to go into. I feel like I do it so good because I haven't hit puberty yet.
You haven't hit puberty
Yeah.
yet?
That's why I can hit this.
King, I hate to break it to you. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
But and then the last 3 albums, Circles, Swimming, and the last one, it deals with his depression and kind of his addiction and his breakup.
My
But
mom
yeah.
just read me to filth on Instagram.
What?
I posted kids with divorced parents filming tonight, but I actually wrote kids with divorced parents filming tonight. And my mom just goes, parents.
Oh my god, I can.
Damn it!
I've never met your mom in my entire life, but I can see her saying that. Dude, I made
my mom are gonna get into a knife fight in the street.
Dude, there's a fucking fight with gunshots 2 houses down. There's some lady banging on her door, and she was like screaming, "Come out with your gun! I fucking dare you!" It was so. Mom, that was hysterical. I did not mean that. That did not actually happen.
Yeah, Valerie, I heard that your son lies quite a
Yeah,
lot.
I'm a liar.
Dirty rotten liar.
What the funny thing is, I made a mistake last week or 2 weeks ago with the TikTok thing, and you reposted it. And I'm like, fuck.
Wait, what?
It was like I was trying to say our podcast, and I spelled it AWR, and you did not notice it.
No, I didn't. I posted on my story. I was like, no.
But okay, yeah. Do you want to say one last thing about Dolly Parton and wrap this up?
Yeah. Thank you, Dolly Parton, for being one of my greatest inspirations. I think you redefined femininity. What? That's how you say that word. There's 2 N's in it. Femininity.
Wait, is that actually how you say it?
Yes.
So I've been saying it correct my entire time.
Who said it was wrong?
I don't know. Every time I say it like that, I always feel like I'm mispronouncing it.
No, that's how you say
Oh
it.
my god.
Shut up.
I thought I was mispronouncing it the entire time.
I'm talking to Dolly Parton.
Why the fuck?
I'm talking to Dolly Parton. Thank you for redefining femininity. If you laugh, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
I'm so funny. I'm so sorry. I'm not getting over the fact that that's a correct spelling of how you say that.
Me at any other time, please laugh at my joke, Caleb. Please laugh at my joke, Caleb. Right now. Shut up!
Why is that so fucking funny?
Please don't die.
Okay, can you I swear, if you say that word one more time, I'm
Okay,
gonna laugh.
I
I'm
won't.
so sorry.
Thank you for redefining what it means to be a woman.
I'm sorry. That's not.
I think you were an awesome person to look up to as a kid, and thank you for continuing to do good social work.
Thank you, Dolly Parton.
Thank you, Dolly Parton. Say thank you to Mac Miller.
Thank you, Mac Miller, for helping me through my mental issues.
Aw, that's really sweet.
R.I.P.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Thank you so much for listening to this. We're gonna have a really brief dance party on camera. Go! I don't want your mic to break.
Oh fuck.
Can I put it down? We're gonna have a dance. I'm gonna put on a Mac Miller song.
Yes.